So in this video, we're going to look at the lead reports functionality within Thrive Leads. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is it's really slow. So it takes a very long time to load some of the reports. Just the most basic report takes 10, 15, 20 seconds, something like that on Health Ambition. That's just for the last 7 days. If I look at a several month period, this one report can take up to a minute to load. And the most important report, which is the content marketing report, rather, I've never actually successfully been able to load that on Health Ambition. I have a 15 megabit internet connection at home, and I still haven't been able to do it. Gail's managed to load it once or twice on his 1 gigabit connection, but I've never been able to do that. So for now, we have to settle with the Authority Hacker one. It's a much smaller site in terms of actual impressions, so perhaps that's why it loads faster. Still, I have a lot of troubles if I try and load more than sort of 30 days period here. Now, what the content marketing report allows you to do is view your conversion rate for every single blog post on your site. And why this is important is the first thing I always recommend people to do when they install Thrive Leads is set up one site-wide lead group and one opt-in. Then look at the content marketing report and look for content on your site which is below average or significantly below average. So you can use that information to then decide how to split or how to segment your lead groups. So if you had a post which was well below your standard opt-in rate, then you could maybe create its own lead group and its own opt-in for it. Or if you saw several which that applied to, you could create a new lead group across across one of the categories. So it's a really, really useful tool. There's nothing else like that you can really get out there without extensive, Google Analytics goal tracking and perhaps using something like Hotjar to track certain conversion stuff. There's nothing else out there that you can do easily. As I said, it's very difficult to load sometimes. It takes a long time. And I think they really need to work on this a lot more. So if this is one of your primary reasons for buying Thrive Leads, I would perhaps hold off a little while. It's nice to have in there. It doesn't do any harm, but it's really difficult to use at the moment just because of the poor loading times. And, as I said, we have a dedicated server for all of our sites, for each of our sites rather, and still it has this issue. In the Thrive Leads review on the page, I've gone through some of the other reports. They're somewhat useful, more to get a feel or like an idea of what's going on. This cumulative list growth one in particular, I quite like to look at every month. But honestly, the reporting functionality is not amazing, and I would have to say it's the weakest part of the plugin.